what I'd like to do is, before we move on, is just say, yes, I think that there's lots that the world can learn from Africa. So whether it's the way that we make our buildings, it's the way that we farm, it's the way we use our resources. As Africans, traditional ways are far more climate friendly than they are in the West. And I think that there's a lot to be learned. So thank you so much for that question. What I'd like to do now, if you don't mind, I would like to move on to our next section. And here I have the real pleasure in interviewing Isabel du Toit. So Isabel is the senior lead for sustainability at Fetola, and she's also the project manager of our Circular Economy Accelerator. And so welcome, Isabel. Isabel is going to take us through the circular economy, some insights on the Circular Economy Boost Accelerator. As I said earlier, she's not going to take you through everything because there's lots to tell, but she's going to we're going to have a little conversation that will take us through some of the key points about circularity. And Isabel, let's start with this question. What is circularity? I did see that in the poll, we had 30% of people that were here to learn and had a low understanding of it. Don't you want to just explain in your words? I love this simple diagram, as you know, but maybe just explain a little bit what is circularity so everybody in the room understands.
Great. Thanks, Kathy. Really nice to be here. And hello, everybody. Great session from Cecilia. I'd like to say that this diagram is probably the best diagram we've found over the course of our journey in circularity. And really the core function of it, and it's the first point right there on the slide, is to design out waste. There's a lot of other elements that come into play and a lot of other different business models, but ultimately, if we really wanted a circular economy, it would start in the design process, and it would start in the creation of the original product or the original service in the first place. So if you made your product in the first place to last longer, you wouldn't need to replace it as often. And examples like that, you wouldn't need to repair it as much, even though repair is a circular economy business model. And so there are so many different ways to talk about circular economy, but Kathy, as you know, our favorite is designing out waste. And I think Trudy will touch more on what she did in her own business around that a little bit later.
Fantastic. Thanks, Isabel.